The Great Yorkshire Show celebrates its 150th anniversary this year. The weather may have tried its best to dampen spirits, and blue tongue restrictions may have caused havoc with livestock entries. But we're made of stern stuff here, and we're not going to let a few drops of rain spoil the show.
We have had rain, but the underlying ground conditions are actually quite good, much better than last year. We have provision in place for the car parks. We will make up any deficient areas in front of trade stands, but we'll cope with that quite well. And a lot of the show's undercover. We've got the flower hall, we've got the food hall, we've got the sheep and the cattle. Worst comes to worst, people could spend the day undercover. I hope they won't. I think they'll get out and enjoy a sunny day this afternoon.
How much have the blue tongue restrictions affected things this year?
Blue tongue's been a challenge. We've lost approximately 40% of our cattle and sheep entries. People who we had entered and who wanted to come, desperately wanted to come. Some of these people are distraught that they can't come to the show, but DEFRA regulations say they can't, and that's absolutely right and proper. But we've sent them tickets. They're going to be at the show, a lot of the exhibitors themselves, without their stock, which is absolutely super. And we're still a great show of cattle and sheep with 500 or 600 cattle, almost 1,000 sheep. It's terrific.
DEFRA's surveillance and protection zone borders caused havoc with this year's livestock entries. Cattle and sheep from Scotland, Northumberland, Durham and Lancashire, and even some areas of North Yorkshire were ruled out weeks before the show. A further whammy was a hit just prior to the show, when the protection zone was moved further north, ruling out even more showmen and women and their stock. Yet the stock doesn't look any the worse for it, and those who are here are enjoying the competition and the events just as much.
I think the Great York's one of the great shows in England. I really enjoy it here.
There's just so much here. Like, you could go to different stalls next to each other, and there's a lot of shopping to be done.
It's the first time I've been about 20 years, but it's good work. Yeah.
What do you like about it?
The beer tent mainly.
I used to be a farmer. I used to milk cows, so I have an interest in that sort of thing, and it's nice to come and see the really good ones.
Well, we like the country atmosphere of it all, the community spirit, and it's just great seeing all the cattle and the different animals and everything, and it's just a nice atmosphere.
Of course, competing is a great part of any show, but the Great Yorkshire epitomises the camaraderie that exists in farming and rural life. And it makes every effort to embrace the general public who come along in their droves, whether for the mass of handbag and glad rag stalls, or to taste the best that Yorkshire farming has to offer, or simply to learn more from the commentaries around the show ring. You know, farmers have gone through an awful lot in the past decade. BSE, foot and mouth, salmonella. But now farmers are starting to feel wanted again with a greater drive for food production. So what part does the Great Yorkshire Show have to play in all of this?
The part that any show has to play, the Great Yorkshire in particular, now one of the best, there's no doubt about it, is that it gives us an opportunity to show the public just what we produce. And I think it also, I've been talking about cattle all day and I am tomorrow, it gives me an opportunity to actually emphasise the fact that we've got a world food population problem, the conflict between the two of resources, food resources and population critical. When I was born there were 3 billion people on the earth. There are now 6 billion. In 30 years' time, they're going to be 9 billion. By then, we're going to be running out of food awful fast. So if we can start to alert young people, I've had 2 girls just leaving school today helping me, and I've said to both of them, go into the food industry because that's where we're going to need to produce things. So to me, the Great Yorkshire is a big promotional PR opportunity.
Of course, it's not all about food and food production. It's about celebrating everything in the countryside. What do you like about coming to a show like this?
The horses, just seeing all of the different things that they have to see, really. But the cattle mainly, I like to come and see the bulls and the cows, yeah.
It's just fun, always something to do, and you can camp out and have fun with your friends, really.
I don't think there's anything you can't enjoy. We've already spent £350 on a couple of cases of wine, tried Theakston's tent out, and my wife's got a new pair of boots which I wish she hadn't gone in to buy.
Sounds great, thanks a lot. I'll leave you to go back to the bank.
Part of the reason we come over to see the rain here, it's beautiful to see the rain and even mud. Like we're in 7 years of drought at the moment, and it's just dust everywhere. There's just, it's amazing to see rain. Like we come here and see rain and mud, and it's just lovely. Like you people probably think it's a nuisance, but we really like it.
It's often said that farmers are a resilient breed, and they've had to be in recent years. But up here in Harrogate, they've been putting on shows for 150 of them. Maybe that's why this really is the Great Yorkshire Show. Here's to the next 150. Cheers.